You know, I knew that it was going to come to this. You know, global warming is really tearing us up. Los Angeles is like unbearably hot right now, but I'm gonna brave through it. You know, every time I come talk to you, I gotta turn the air off. So if I start looking wet, know that it's sweat. So if you were tuning in expecting to hear about Nicole Murphy and Antoine Fuqua and Layla Rashawn and all that scandal going on, I have to redirect you to Kiss and Tell Radio. That is right. We're back. It's been 7 months. Listen, I've seen the tweets, I've heard your complaints, but now you get double duty. It's almost like it's 2015 all over again, where you get Shar Says So and Kiss and Tell Radio. Now, if you're unfamiliar, the podcast, listen, it is streaming everywhere that you can find a podcast, and basically it's a lifestyle show. We delve into these topics a little bit more, where you get more of me, more than 15 minutes. You get about a solid hour, and we also talk some real things. So you got to tune in. We're back. We're 2 episodes in, and if you want to hear me discuss all things, you know, scandal regarding the Nicole Murphy thing, you got to tune in there. So I'm not talking about it here. Also, shout out to Jace. Now listen, some of you all are looking at me probably rolling your eyes because I keep swinging this hair. I'm so happy to have them braids out my head, y'all. I loved them. Don't get me wrong. They were beautiful, but it was time to come out. But anyway, Jace, my co-host on the show is an author, and he wrote this book a few years ago. I'm just now getting a chance to crack it open. Don't judge me. It's titled Absolutely Me, and it's a quick and easy read. I'm like halfway through. I started reading when I was doing laundry the other day. It's only 100-something pages. It's $10 on Amazon. There's Jace. Ignore my crappy manicure. And yeah, it's a quick and easy read, and it is I think it's a memoir disguised as a novel. But you all didn't ask me. I'm just telling you, it's juicy, it's salacious, it's good, it's a page turner, and it's a quick and easy read. Absolutely Me, available on Amazon. It's only about $10, and I'll include the link in the description box. Now, let's jump right into everything I wanted to talk to you about. Did you get around to watching Orange is the New Black? Now, I know that some people jumped ship. We talked about this a few episodes back because of the writer's room, because of, you know, Poussey being killed off or what have you. And I get it. Trust me, I do. I stayed in the fight because I appreciated, you know, there's so many Black and brown actresses who we might not have otherwise gotten the opportunity to get to know if it were not for this show. And I was invested in Tasty's storyline too. So I watched the entire thing and I cried on every episode except for episode 1. I literally cried at some point throughout every episode. And my only critique, I have a critique about the finale, I have a question about the finale, I have a comment about the finale. And you know, I wish more people got happy endings, but I get that. I understand that it is reflective of, you know, what really goes on, but it tore me up. You know, it's bittersweet to have it end and to not hear that theme song, Regina Spektor saying the animal, trap, trap, trap. It's just, I don't know. That was the first show that I binged, so it holds a special place in my heart. If you have not checked it out or not caught up yet, you probably should. It ends, it's a good show. Also, this past Saturday, The Writing's on the Wall, Destiny's Child's sophomore album, turned 20 years old. And listen, don't get me started because y'all know me. I could spend an entire 15 to 20 minutes talking about Destiny's Child, much less this album. This album just set the pace for so many different things. It influenced a lot of decisions and childhood things, and just, this album is almost like a holy grail. It's a staple, especially amongst a specific generation, my generation. So yeah, happy birthday to The Writing's on the Wall. Shout out to the original lineup of Destiny's Child and the refined lineup of Destiny's Child. It's just, but wow, what a moment. Also, you know what? Happy belated birthday to Michelle Williams. Now, a little bit of smoking gun news. Now, I was under the impression, much like the rest of you, that Michelle was turning 39 this year. It's been documented that she was born in 1980. Well, it turns out, you know, sis, I'm sorry, I'm getting hot. That's why I keep playing in my hair. Sis actually turned 40. So I guess that was her way of clearing that up. I get, you know, industry ages. Let's take it down a year, you know. But she was really born in 1979. But publicly all this time, we were under the impression that it was 1980. So, yeah, happy belated birthday to Michelle. Now, what I'm looking forward to this upcoming weekend is on HBO, Issa Rae, Gabrielle Dennis, Robin Thede, Quinta Brunson, a Black Lady sketch show. Now, if you saw this teaser. It was everywhere on social media a few weeks ago, like earlier this month. And the people that I know personally who got the opportunity to screen the show say that it is laugh out loud funny. Episode 1 premieres on Friday night, this upcoming Friday, August 2nd. Can you believe we're already in August? My God. This upcoming Friday, August 2nd, on HBO. And then we also have Dear White People Season 3 hitting Netflix this upcoming Friday as well, or Thursday night, depending on how you look at it. I'm excited for Dear White People. I do like that show. Laverne Cox joined the cast this season. Yvette Nicole Brown joined the cast this season. Blair Underwood joined the cast this season. So both shows seem like they're going to be promising, you know, to me. And with Euphoria ending and Pose rounding off, it feels nice to be able to monkey bar into more content, even though I feel like sometimes I'll be needing to break. That's why I'm reading. That's why I got books. You always got to keep a book of something, you know, with you, because it's too much, Taquita, all this content. Wendy Williams, did you hear? She inked like an overall deal with Lifetime. There'll be a documentary and a biopic of her life. And I'm excited for both. You all know that I'm a huge Wendy fan, and TMZ just released information from an inside source at Lifetime that the biopic will chronicle Wendy's life from age 10 to 55 and everything. Her coke addiction, you know, sexual romps, her marriage to Kevin, the show. It's going to cover all of that. And you know what? It's going to reveal, I guess, you know, Wendy was date raped by a chart-topping artist, you know, back in the day. So they're going to delve into that. So I'm excited. I hope Wendy bears all. You know, people are very skeptical when people are in the driver's seat of their own movies, you know, and they start production this upcoming fall. They have not found an actress. Well, they haven't started auditions yet, but Wendy has made it clear that she does not want someone with a name. She wants a no name to do this role because she doesn't want anything to take away from the story. So shout out to Wendy. I'm looking forward to that. Armie, okay, so Armie Hamer, is it Hamer or Hammer? Anyway, the guy from Call Me By Your Name. If you know me personally, you know I'm not necessarily a fan of that movie. I didn't look at it as sweet, endearing, or romantic. I looked at it as predatory and gross, but that's neither here nor there. He's under fire, was trending on Twitter because he let his toddler, he had his grown, dirty foot in his toddler's mouth and posted this video to his Instagram story. Just watch.
This is not normal.
Okay, no. All right, no.
Y'all, like, what is going on? What is going on? You know, in previous videos, I've asked what is wrong with y'all, but now I have to ask what's going on. For one, are you in your right mind? Is everything okay? For two, why would you post it? You know, his wife came out and made a statement saying that it probably wasn't in the best taste to do that, and I agree. Videos never disappear. That's never going to go anywhere. I just showed you it's going to be on this channel. And I'm disturbed and disgusted for obvious reasons. Before, you know, you got your foot in a toddler's mouth and then you sexualize it. I looked at the way that I saw the caption with naming it a foot fetish. I looked at that as a sexualization of the act, and there's so many things wrong with that video. So many things. But you know what? He was trending and now he's not. I just couldn't believe what I saw. I don't know what people do in their households. None of us do. But that disturbed me. Just based off of it being gross alone. You know, skip the other stuff. It's nasty. Why would you? Moving on, congratulations to Cynthia Bailey. I almost said Cynthia Nixon. Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill, the Real Housewives of Atlanta star, got proposed to at the grand opening of the Bailey Wine Cellar in Atlanta, Georgia. And, you know, she and Mike have been dating for a while now. I like Cynthia. I met her in the club back in January. And then, you know, a few weeks later, it was like top of February, I was interviewing her for the What Men Want red carpet, you know, Taraji's movie, What Men Want. And on that carpet, she revealed to me and other media outlets that marriage was in the future. And so this, you know, Real Housewives is filming right now. So we'll see all of this play out in November and December, her proposal. So congratulations to them. I really like the both of them, and I like them together. You know, they're a good couple together. So congratulations to Cynthia and Mike. Finally, I want to round this video off with Watch What Happens Live. Did you see what happened last night? Child, Tituss, I thought, because I was in and out of the show, I thought that Tituss, from what I observed last night, I thought he had issue with both Andy and Laverne. But it turns out that he and Andy had a little, you know, discrepancy about a question regarding, you know, Eddie Murphy. and because Tituss has worked on a project with Eddie. And, you know, Eddie does have a past. A lot of people took this story and made it about race. I didn't look at it about race. I looked at it about sexuality. Andy asked Tituss, well, did Eddie speak to you on set? You know, because Andy was privy to some of Eddie's jokes of the past. And from my understanding, Eddie came out in 1996 and apologized for a lot of those homophobic jokes he was making during his stand-up acts. But he was taking a page, this is no excuse, but he was really just taking a page, the way that I see it, from the comics, his predecessors, you know, the Richard Pryors and the Red Foxes of yesteryear's past. And so, but Tituss took offense, well, seemingly took offense to Andy asking him that. And I personally think that something happened prior to filming, because Tituss's attitude didn't seem like it was consistent. It seemed like it only hit during certain points and during the after show as well. The Watch What Happens Live after show is available on YouTube. I think that's the only place you can stream it. But yeah, I wonder what that was about. Tituss is going to be on Wendy Williams' show tomorrow as a guest, so Tuesday. If you happen to be watching this Tuesday, catch it. And I'm sure that'll be available on YouTube too. But what did you think of that exchange? I didn't look at it from a racial standpoint because Andy does the same shtick with all of his guests, whether they be white, black, or otherwise. I didn't look at it as a race thing. I really look at it, and you know, Andy did write in one of his books, because he's written a few, that he was like traumatized. I guess he went to go see Eddie in person during stand-up in college. When Andy was in college, he went to go see Eddie, or either he was watching like a VHS of Eddie, and he was traumatized, like he got up and left because of the homophobia. Now, I've seen, you know, Eddie's comedy special, The Raw, and all of that, and I took it with a grain of salt. I saw it when I was younger, though, like a few years ago. Maybe when I was in college, I saw it, and I took it with a grain of salt. It wasn't anything for me personally to turn off or walk away from, like I probably would today. I probably would today because we have no space for that. But I acknowledge that for the time in which it was. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Eddie's getting on stage today making those jokes. You get what I'm saying? So there's been a huge fallout and huge discussion about this online today. And I'm not taking any sides in this. I enjoy both Andy and I enjoy Tituss as well, respectively for what they offer to the culture in their respective roles. You know, I love and adore Tituss. I like Andy. I met him too. He's So yeah, weigh in on that. I think I've talked to you about all I want to talk to you about this week. Be sure to rate, subscribe, comment on this video, share it, tell a friend, subscribe to Kiss and Tell Radio. Am I done with this? I think I'm done. Oh, did you hear about Insecure? That's what I want to end it with. Insecure, Issa Rae revealed that Insecure will be extended. Instead of 8 episodes, we're going to get 10 next year for season 4. My one request is that we get it early as well. Like I want it Memorial Day weekend. I want it very first Sunday in June weekend. I don't want to have to wait until August 17th to watch Insecure season 4. So yeah, that's all I want to talk to you about this week. A$AP Rocky gets sentenced next week. We'll talk about it then. We'll talk about that sentencing then, but it's not looking too good for him if you've been following that story. But in the meantime, between time, take care of yourself. Stay cool if you're in Los Angeles or anywhere else. It's hot everywhere, so stay cool. And yeah, until next week, we will chat and tune in to Kiss and Tell Radio this upcoming Friday. All right, y'all. Bye-bye.
Hi, everybody. Lillias White is such an impressive vocalist. What are you saying, Tituss?
Keep going, girl.
Oh, okay. Such an impressive vocalist.